Going back to the issue of bugging of phones, it was also confirmed by Ntate Mia to say he requested that they do that, bug people's phones. Not only did he request him, there's companies of people, I won't mention names now here, to say that he requested those companies to say, please assist me in doing this and that. That is why people were thinking that the spirit of Sokubona, a prophecy, agaboni luto. He uses people's gifts like prayer warriors around him. He uses this thing of bugging phones. Then he'll listen to our conversation, your conversation, whoever, and tomorrow it will be a prophecy. Typical example, there's a lady whose marriage is now over from Lesotho. The husband went to the husband went to what you call, to CRL Commission. Undate Makala. I'm mentioning this name because he doesn't have a problem with us doing that. He even mentioned his name at recently when he was there. The wife was told by this devil himself, Satan Kobolwake, a day, if I'm not mistaken, after she spoke to my wife, to say, yes, this and that happened and I'm going to talk. Then a so-called prophecy from Zondo Satan Kobolwake came to say, Izolo Kuluma no, Sizagele Pope, this and that. And to some extent, I mean, when you are still blind spiritual or don't know what is happening, you'll believe that we are Boniswa, God is talking to him. There's no God of heaven and earth that is talking to him at all. It's only his God. That is why if you listen, Gahle, you who are following this recording now, he talks about his God who lives in Everton, a place between Orange Farm and Small Farm. Which was in Suti says, Mudimu wa ka udulang ka Everton, Tulonya Hareho, Everton, and Small Farm and Orange Farm. He's been saying this all along to us, but we are asleep. By the grace of God, Tinabanyes Vugile. In the last 3 years, Ndateriki, I've counted no less than 30 pastors. He called them shepherds. He calls them shepherds and under shepherds, junior pastors, who have left his cult. More than 90% of them are not talking. More than each other. They're not talking about the reasons why openly. But we cannot do it on our own. My wife's talking about the 80s. If the pastors who've left were talking, most of them, or I've counted not less than 10 previously, who've divorced within his church. If they talked, they will be somewhere.
Difficulties.
He uses people's gifts. That is why when you look at the most female pastors, I'm not talking about the latest where he was trying to accumulate to make sure that there's so many pastors surrounding him so that he can be elevated within his kingdom. Most of them, when you check their background, it's a daughter to Bishop so-and-so, it's a daughter to Reverend so-and-so, it's a daughter to, they all have these spiritual gifts that emanates at times back from the family. Or maybe they are somehow aligned to this thing that he needs, because he doesn't bring you closer, whether you in praise and worship, whether you in media, whether you a partaker, what, for no reason at all. If you are a partaker, obviously it's for money, you'll be close to him, depending on how much you can give him. The minute money goes, because his demon will make sure that he milks you until you're dry, drinks everything dry. The minute everything is fine, you're not in the forefront in church, you'll be at the back seat or somewhere if you're still around. Then another thing is, when it comes to this of sleeping and prayer warriors, he makes sure that it's kids with spiritual gifts. You have to have something that he doesn't have that he needs. And all those goes back to the fivefold ministry. And even beyond, because when it comes to money, it's also about feeding the demon within him. He doesn't just bring you closer to him for no reason at all. There has to be a specific reason why. Children of God, please open your eyes, wake up, because that is no church. If we are lying, I'm daring abafundisi abaphakathi who've been there for more than 20 years, like Bondate Dibuseng, Pastor Dibuseng, Pastor Zondo, the one with the white head, and those who have left, Bondate Tobo, Bondate Tsoteti, to come and say the prophets are lying. Because there are so many who are just quiet. Some occupy higher positions within government. Some occupy higher positions in business. but they are quiet about this. Yes, there are those who are fine with it because it works for them. They do it willingly with kwezakala lapho. But for those who are lost, who doesn't know what is happening, please wake up. This is the time ukuthi nivuke, because that is not Church of God.